to discuss the two subclasses of monera. One is mycoplasmas and actinomycetes. Let us see the characteristic features of mycoplasmas. Mycoplasma first characteristic feature is lack of cell wall, and we have discussed previously that around the bacterial cell there is one more extra membrane after the cell membrane, that is nothing but cell wall, that was absent in mycoplasmas, and it is a pleomorphic. Mycoplasmas organisms are pleomorphic. Pleomorphic in the sense, what we can say that the pleomorphic in the sense of the organisms like microorganisms like bacteria, some are able to change their morphology, reproductive method and nutritional method according to the environmental conditions. That is called pleomorphic, right? And the second characteristic feature is the smallest living cells. In the microorganism world, these are the smallest living cells. And these can able to survive without oxygen. And generally microorganisms, majority of the microorganisms, they can able to survive without oxygen only. And because they are performing the anaerobic type of respiration, the same way mycoplasmas also able to survive without oxygen. Later, many mycoplasmas are pathogenic. Many of the mycoplasmas are pathogenic. Pathogenic means the microorganisms which are causing damage or ill health in animals and also in plants, right? These are the pathogenic organisms which are causing damage to their health in animals as well as in plants. Later, mycoplasmas called as pleuropneumonia-like organisms. Pleuropneumonia-like organisms. Later they called as mycoplasmas. In other words, we can say mycoplasmas are also called as pleuropneumonia-like organisms. Pleuropneumonia-like organisms. And we have some idea about the pleuro, like the membrane around the lungs is called pleura. And pneumonia is the disease which occurs in lungs, right? So indirectly we can understand that these pathogenic organisms are causing ill health in the lung diseases in organisms of animals, right? Later, and they cause witch's broom. This is the name of a disease, right? I told you that already. These are pathogenic animals and in plants also. What kind of diseases are occurring? Plants are caused by these organisms in plants. These are causing diseases in plants. The name of the disease is witch's broom. Witch's broom in plants, and in animals also they are causing the damages. The name of the disease which occurs in animals is pleuropneumonia. Pleuropneumonia in cattle, where they are causing the disease in cattle, right? And mycoplasmal urethritis. Mycoplasmal urethritis in humans. Just to see that these are the pathogenic organisms which are causing damage in plants, animals as well as in humans also, right? It's causing damage or diseases in plants named as witch's broom, which causes the diseases in animals is pleuropneumonia in cattle, and which are causing health problems in humans is mycoplasmal urethritis, right? And the second subgroup of monera organisms is actinomycetes. It's also kind of a bacteria, and it is a branched filamentous bacteria. It is the characteristic feature of actinomycetes. And what is the shape and structure of it? It is a branched filamentous bacteria, right? And like a body is like a thallus of the bacteria is like a thread, it seems, right? And here the one more point is that lives in radiating colonies in culture. Radiating colonial in structure, like they are living in a group of, right? They are not living individual or alone. They are living in a colonies, like a group of organisms are living together. Later, cell wall contains mycolic acid, right? And generally cell wall of the organisms. Previously we discussed that mycoplasma organisms doesn't have cell wall, but here the actinomycetes contains the cell wall, but that cell wall is made up of a substance called mycolic acid. Later, most of them are saprophytic. Most of the actinomycetes are saprophytic. Saprophytic means the organisms which are obtaining food material from dead and decaying matter, like fungal organisms. These are also called as decomposers. We know that, right? And that already point is written on the board. Saprophytic, and they are decomposed. Okay, decomposers. Right. Later, and some are parasites. Most of the actinomycetes are saprophytic, and very less organisms are parasitic. Parasitic in the sense of the organisms which are living in the host cell, in the other organisms, and obtaining food and shelter from the host organisms. That's called parasites. And examples of actinomycetes parasitic organisms are given here. Mycobacterium, and also corynebacterium. Two examples are given here. Mycobacterium and corynebacterium are the examples of parasitic organisms of actinomycetes. Later, these are not only causing the damages or ill health in the animals, plants and humans, they are also having a commercial benefit to the human life also. What was the commercial benefit? Here it is, antibiotics are produced by, most of the antibiotics are produced by mostly from actinomycetes members. Okay, actinomycetes members, and most probably streptomyces. In the market, we know that streptomycin is a kind of an antibiotic which kills the bacterial infections, right? So, antibiotics also produced from this kind of a bacteria. It's a streptomyces. This is regarding the last two subgroups of monera, mycoplasmas and actinomycetes.